here today to talk about surviving the urban environment of New York with gadgets and with technology. And this is something that's very close to home for me because I was born and raised in New York, and I live in the city. So I think it's something that, of course, is very close to home for me, but anyone who lives in an urban environment can relate and have fun with this.
Bruce Bornstein, I'm the president and CEO of Aftershokz. We are a bone conduction headphone company, and bone conduction allows us to have our headphones open ear. So instead of going in your ear, over your ear, like most of the headphones that are out in the marketplace, these are open ear, which lends itself very nicely to our topic of today.
Ben Isaacson. So we're making jewelry. Looks like any other jewelry you'd want to wear. It happens to have some technology in it, but otherwise you wouldn't notice that. And what we're focused on is really filtering all your notifications so that you only get the ones that are important to you. And when you do get them, you can distinguish how important they are using vibration haptics as well as color. So you can easily know, even without breaking eye contact, should I go look at my phone right now? And it's an activity tracker.
John Goldberg, president of the Padcaster. Padcaster is a case for iPads and iPhones and any tablet that really takes the device and turns it into a mobile movie production studio. So you can mount microphone, lens, mount it to a tripod, and for under $500, you're off and running and creating professional content.
I'm Star Ackerman from IQ Multimedia. IQ Multimedia is the leader and pioneer of music creation, apps, and accessories for mobile devices. We also are in the business of perfecting audio for video, and people nowadays are doing a lot of citizen journalism, and I'm going to represent today our products called the iClip Grip and the iRig Mic Field. I like to go to a lot of concerts. Okay, and I know that there's people out there that are doing a lot of citizen journalism these days. And armed with this just in your pocket, you have an HD camera on your phone or your iOS device all the time. But if you go to a concert and you hit record and you're like, yeah, I had a badass time, right? And then you go home and then you watch the video and it's the audio is just horrible. So you have to delete all the videos. You deleted your good time. So with the iRig Mic Field, you just pop it into your iPhone. And then armed with this, the iClip Grip, you have a stable way to get perfected audio with your video.
That's awesome.
So this will essentially cut out all the snap, crackle, pop. It's a stereo condenser microphone, and it's HD.
Well, we actually use some of these things, and one of our biggest markets is citizen journalism, all the way actually up to professional journalists, because as more and more people, whether they're journalists or anybody, use their devices to go out and capture content, whether it's news or concerts or anything, you really need better audio, you need better video, and you need stabilization. And that's the first thing that our product does. The second thing why it's important in an urban environment is our product is rugged. So it's commercial grade aluminum, doesn't break, it withstands anything that you go on here that goes on here in the city. So rugged and better audio, video, and stabilization.
Well, I think you bring one battery pack, I bring two.
You bring two.
I do.
Okay.
Actually, and sometimes if I bring a backpack, I have the big pack that you plug your laptop into. Like that's, it's like power is like everything right now, and so you need those big ones that can power like 10 devices at once. Like
sure.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And then just again a multitude of apps that can navigate the city, and it depends if you're driving or not. But like I don't live here anymore, but I live on the West Coast, so like Waze is like the disputable.
And we'll get to apps. You're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
But no, that's it's funny you said that. Like once you get a battery pack, it becomes such an essential device to survive in the city. Because you don't have time to run and find an outlet in Starbucks. So everybody's fighting for that outlet, and no phone lasts the whole day. They might say they do, but they just don't. And so how about you, Bruce?
Well, your phone can last a whole day if you have a good battery pack on your phone.
That's true.
Which is very critical for me for that very reason, and certainly, and then an additional battery pack in my briefcase.
Do you really think that gadgets and technology are really, truly helping New Yorkers survive? I mean, is it all just like, is it a luxury item or is it really a survival item? So, Ben?
I mean, our attention is about, it reached its maximum capacity right now, I feel like, with our mobile devices. So, you know, I mean, it's like you used to say, okay, we used to watch 4 to 6 hours of TV. Now you're watching 4 to 6 hours of TV with your mobile phone in front of you. And you know, you're spending 2+ hours on your mobile phone a day, checking it 100+ times, maybe 150 times a day. You know, we can't really operate as humans without like plugging ourselves into the device. Like so you know, in New York especially, like we're all about connectivity with people here. You know, when you get outside in New York and people just, you know, veg out. But here you're on the move. You're in, you know, proximity at restaurants, bars. Like you're out and about. And the goal is, yeah, you want to put your phone away and not, you know, use it as a tool to find information that you need, but to get sucked into all the noise on social, on, you know, media, on other, you know, content streams that are going on. There's a time and place for that, but it's not often in proximity to another person, you know, all the time. So we want to try and help you, you know, do attention management a lot better.
I'm going to echo the same thing. I mean, yes, I mean, they make everything better and more efficient and useful, you know, and all those things. However, there's nothing worse than somebody walking down the sidewalk, you know, looking at their phone, texting, and not looking up, and you know. So I think that, you know, there's a point where yes, I mean, again, obviously, all these things are helpful and make everything easier, but you know, there's a point where it goes over the line, whether it's that or somebody talking loud in an elevator. Like I find, like, there's things that are just annoying, and you know, and or you can go out to dinner and, you know, 2 people are sitting across from each other, they don't even talk to each other, they just look at their phone, and it's crazy. So I think, you know, to a point it's great, but then it sort of crosses the line.
And I don't know how familiar you are with New York City and all the technology initiatives that they've been having, but they've been really good, for example, rolling out Wi-Fi networks in parks for free, even in subway systems. So if you could have a conversation with the guys at City Hall and give them recommendations and suggestions for how to use technology to improve city life, what would you tell them?
I'm a huge fan of beacon technology, and you know, I don't know how many people here know much about beacon or don't know anything about beacon. So you know, beacon is really Bluetooth, and there's no really proprietary technology in it. It's simply taking a little piece of hardware with a little Bluetooth signal in it, sticking it on some physical object, and broadcasting it out. And as a mobile phone user, you know, your app receives that signal and gets the proximity to the piece of hardware that it is. So it's all about, you know, interacting with the physical world around us. So it's kind of like, you know, you would walk in the old days, like you'd walk into a shopping mall and there might be Wi-Fi and it would hit you, and maybe, you know, you'd be able to get some notification on the geolocation. With Beacon, it's all about like micro location. And I like to think of it as the cookie, like the digital cookie for the physical world. So it's tracking, you know, there's the analytics part of it where the city, for instance, can really know about traffic patterns, you know, even on the street, like people, how they're moving, where they're turning, where they're bumping, where there's traffic accidents, and really get, you know, a sense on any you know, pole or any, you know, building, you know, what the movements of, and you get this like big data analytics perspective on it, where, you know, you could see like heat maps of where there's safety issues or where there's, you know, streamlining issues, and for merchandisers, kind of where the best, again, you know, location, like where people actually, you know, going in and out and how often, and there's a lot of really fascinating things you can change the whole city around if you had micro proximity to it.
I just want to say one thing. I live in Zai by Mophie. I have a Power Station XL. It charges 2 devices at a time, and it charges up to 8 devices. So until those solar backpacks come out, I'm keeping that brick. It's like a little brick.
I have it too, and it's a really great device to have.